Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. It's only 3 hours after reset. This is the third video we're recording, but that is just how it is, right? Primal Lord, Nocturne Judicator came out. There's been a lot of evolution in teams there, and now we have a roundtable from the developers for Chains of Eternity Volume 2. We did go over the Volume 1 run maybe like a month or so ago. Let's go ahead and begin going into this and see whether we can learn any new information. So we have the first question, player. Given the frequent releases of Celestial and Hypogean heroes, will there be more means to earn Stellar Crystals and Celestial and Hypogean swaps in the future? Yes, this is probably what is most important to me. I definitely want swaps. I want more ways of acquiring Celestial Hypogeans. Developer, right now, whenever we release a new Celestial and Hypogean hero, we would include events that offer Stellar Crystals and Temporal Essence, specifically for that hero, like with the Crying Eye event. That said, we also intend to introduce more upgrade resources for Celestials and Hypogeans in the future. As the plan is still being fine-tuned, we will announce the details in the next episode of Designer Roundtable, along with other season updates. Okay, so I guess we're going to have maybe another one this season, and then they're going to talk about it, so it doesn't seem like this is coming anytime in the near future. But yeah, I mean, this is something which a lot of people want. There's so many Celestial Hypogeans in the game now. We need to build up so many for different content, and also we feel a regret when we've invested into heroes in the past who are just not useful anymore. Rest in peace, Scarlita. So moving on to question number 2. Player, it's been a while since new game modes were introduced. With only Dream Realm and Arena still being the main focus of the game, are there any new modes and features coming soon? So Dream Realm and Arena I consider pretty major game modes in AFK Journey. If they would add even additional game modes which are this major and require this much sort of strategy, planning, team building, then that would be really amazing. I would actually like that if we had more things added on. Let's see. Developer, in the previous season, we introduced several new modes such as Heroic Gauntlet, Titan Reaver, Combat Crucible, Pearl Tycoon, and Void Mayhem, along with events like Fall Harvest and Winter Carnival. Yeah, but I consider all of these kind of like events. These are rotating content. Is not Dream Realm Arena. This is like hardcore sort of daily content. That said, we know these additions were more short-term novelties, and the game still mainly revolves around clearing AFK stages, improving Dream Realm rankings, PvP Arena, and other routine modes. So toward the end of last season, we started planning a new core game mode. After months of design and planning, we have devised a more comprehensive plan to enhance the game's core gameplay. We will share the details of the upcoming key changes and new modes in the next episode. So it looks like we're getting a lot. We're going to get a lot in the next episode, upcoming key changes and new modes. Anyway, this is exciting. I want a new key core game mode. I find Crystal Clash too complicated. Are there any plans to make it more accessible? Yeah, Crystal Clash, honestly, it was somewhat tolerable on the first time it came out. It was new and everything, but now it feels really like a repetitive chore to get all of your materials needed to get everything from the shop. And so yeah, I don't like Crystal Clash in the current state. I think it needs to be easier, quicker, less time consuming, or just not brought back, different variations of it being brought back. First, we want to apologize for the bad experience you've had with Crystal Clash in version 1.3.1. After reviewing community feedback, we've decided to make some significant changes to the event. Since we'll be working on these updates, Crystal Clash won't be available this season. Okay, so I mean, yeah, Crystal Clash, I mean, if it could be replaced with a more less time-consuming event that is more enjoyable, that would be nice, but getting the same rewards until they try to refine things and make it more of a good experience for everyone. Player, will Lucky Flip be optimized? The mode requires constant... Yeah, this is the thing. Lucky Flip, you have to hold the keys, and it isn't an enjoyable experience. Maybe the first time you do it, upgrading 1 or 2 blessings, but then to do it every week and you have to upgrade, eventually up to 2,700 keys, you have to keep tapping it, and it feels repetitive, and there's no option to freely choose the mode we want to play. Okay, developer, we greatly value your feedback regarding Lucky Flip. Some optimizations are already in the works, and we plan to release them in the next version update, so that should be sometime soon. I'm expecting the next version, by the way, based on the roadmap we got. I'm expecting at the end of this March. They didn't confirm it, but basically there was a snowflake icon on March 27th, I think, something like that. And there was also a snowflake icon on the day we got this patch, which I think was February 20th, 132. So I think 133 might be March 27th. I don't know. This is my speculation. On top of that, we also plan to add more modes and missions to offer you even more choices. Yeah, like if we can get more modes, that can help us complete it. Because right now, kind of, you're dependent on a pretty active guild doing quite a decent amount of repeatable quests in order for you to get your full 9 blessings maxed. Otherwise, just on your own, doing the mode gameplay and maybe 1 labyrinth run, it might be enough for 6 blessings up to maximum, which is still good, 6 or 7. But like, if they could make it even easier to complete, and also most importantly, just automatically funnel the keys into blessing upgrades, or like automatically open all the blessing upgrades all at one time rather than doing it one by one. Okay, so the next one we have player, will there be a feature to save character outfits? This would make it easier to switch between different looks and styles. So this is more of a customization thing for people who are more interested in that. Personally, I don't really care about this too much, but I know there are definitely people out there who do. Based on the feedback we have received regarding cosmetics, we will be rolling out some optimizations, including the feature to save outfits and adjustments to the gap between the character model and back cosmetics. Yeah, back cosmetics, that was a bit awkward. Some of them just like floating like maybe 1 foot behind the character, and so it does look a bit strange when you look on it on the side profile. So I guess they're going to change that. Players, it possible to offer more rewards for returning players. Also, it would be helpful if tutorials were added for the returning events and modes. Tutorials. Okay, so yeah, I think tutorials can be a good idea for people who is their first time going through an event. For example, Crystal Clash, I don't know if there's a tutorial the first time you go through it. Now, as for offering more rewards for returning players, I think this is an important topic. However, honestly speaking, if you come back mid-season, you're so far behind, and it's kind of like you're kind of locked out of it. So I feel like people who take a break in the season, they should not be punished so heavily. I think the thing is they have tried to prove that because they have like huge AFK rewards. You can like store up to 172 hours of rewards or something, which is like a week. But like imagine like you take a break for a month and you come back into the game, and like this was what happened in the previous season. People were sometimes messaging me in my Discord and they were like at level 350 or 400, 500 or something for the second Primal Lord. And like right now, we're just beginning the second Primal Lord. The spenders are like almost level 900, and the free-to-play players even are reaching level 800. So imagine you're level 500 or 550 and attacking this Primal Lord. You can't even you can't get really even one attack in before you're just blown up. So, but I guess with the Midnight Hunter that changes things. But I'm talking generally. This is kind of the issue. Dream Realm, your rankings are going to be terrible. Your Supreme Arena, basically, you have no way. Even if you're a super whale account, if you're so behind on levels, you're not going to even be able to compete with free-to-play players. So I think that there should be something that can allow people to take like a 2-3 week break in the season without it being too punishing, because right now it currently is fairly punishing. So yeah, but I don't know how you would basically fix that. If you guys have ideas, feel free to share them, because the developers do check YouTube videos and comments as well, so you can feel free to share whatever ideas you have, or questions, because they might come up in a future roundtable. Okay, player, will future new heroes be available in the All Heroes Available event? Now, I'm not going to even look at the response. I'm pretty sure it is not going to be the case, because that was only for like the launches, and it only got added, like, or heroes were added for when we got the Asia launch, but then now is launched worldwide, right? And let's see, this event is specifically for the heroes featured in Starter Story. We plan to offer similar rewards in the future through other events. For example, Lucky Flip is a limited time event that offers such rewards. There will be other similar events that open regularly. Please stay tuned. Okay, so they say it was for heroes featured in Starter Story, but honestly, it was extended up until even Song of Strife, like Feresto Tilin, and other heroes, because basically it was to go in line with the Asia launch. Like, it launched in Asia, like, I think around Lily May's banner, Raid Up Recruitment. And so they wanted to have an all-hero available event for all heroes up until that point. And that makes sense. But now, because it's launched worldwide, we're not getting, like, a relaunch in any other server. I guess it doesn't really make sense to have heroes constantly being added to all heroes available event. It would be nice, but I think it's not realistic to have them continuously add heroes for the whole history of this game, or like future of this game. Player, in the new version of Clashfronts, guild admins have a lot on their plate. They're responsible for recruiting members, forming teams, and handling battle deployments. Are there any plans to lighten their workload in this mode? So this is something I've faced, because I'm the leader on my main account, and like my vice leaders, basically maybe I could try to point them to actually set up the different numbers on the different maps. But because we have a more complicated Clashfronts map, it is more time consuming, especially in the later, like round 2, round 3 onwards. And if you're up against tough competition, you're like, okay, how many teams do we deploy to this tile? How many teams to this tile? And you kind of have to do it like pretty soon after it opens up, like the deployment, so that people know where to deploy. Because if I go in late, like for example, like maybe 12 hours after the deployment opens, people don't know where to deploy their teams, and people are confused. And it's also like basically my responsibility as a leader to set that up. So that is a little bit difficult. I do think overall it is pretty much as low of a time consuming process as possible, but I don't know. I don't know about the deployment. It's difficult. It's honestly difficult. Yeah, I don't know how they can actually make this better. Let's see what the developers say. Right now, our focus is on refining the overall experience and fine-tuning the rules in the new version of Clashfronts. That said, we recognize there's still room for improvement. We'll be looking into better management tools and adding rewards to support guild admins. Thanks for the suggestion. Adding in rewards, I mean, the good thing about this is then it can motivate some people to actually take on, like, for example, like, let's say you got roles for being the admin for Clashfronts, then I can say in my guild who is going to actively be online after deployment, who is like kind of like like really enjoys strategizing and can set up the deployment numbers on all the different lands, and even like message in our guild chat, for example, like the top players appoint your team here, appoint your team here. If they could do that, I would be more than happy for them to get rewards for doing that. Like basically it would be a way of your guild members who are contributing more towards your strategy to get rewards because they're investing time into it. So I think that is actually a pretty good idea. And then it would also, like, you know, make the leaders feel better if they're spending more time and more energy trying to figure out the strategy and encourage people to deploy and try to be online right when deployment phase begins. Then they can be rewarded for that. So I think that would actually be good solution. So overall, pretty nice roundtable. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. But I am a fan overall, and definitely most looking forward to more ways of acquiring Celestial Hypogean heroes. They did hint at, or they did reference the swap ticket. They didn't say anything in the developer's response, but the player's question had the swap ticket mentioned in it. So I mean, it would be amazing if we could get something like that. But I hope it will be a universal swap ticket, not linked into specific seasons like, you know, we have right now. But like maybe that's asking for too much. But like there are only 2 Celestial Hypogeans sometimes in the season, so having that swap ticket is not as fun. It's not like for example, even in the starter story, my Scarlita, I don't want to swap her to any of the other 3 heroes. Like I know Scarlita is bad, but the other ones are not that much better to have like highly invested. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. That's gonna be it for this video. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. We're on a road to 20,000 subscribers. Also guys, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video and all of my videos, and I look forward to chatting with you guys there. But thank you guys for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.